Yeah, it was about 5 minutes into Trump's speech. He was late. He's always late for these sorts of things. He should have been on stage at 5 p.m. He came on at just 5 minutes past 6. The crowd didn't mind at all. They were very pleased to see him. There were a lot of "Thank you, Trump" chants as he came on stage, and there was the usual routine. He started getting into it. We've heard his speeches before. He went into immigration first, and he was just making a point on immigration, leaning forward on the lectern, which is potentially how he managed to save his own life. Quite extraordinary, as Mark has just described to you. And just as he was making that point, 4 or 5, maybe 6 sort of cracks we heard. There was a small pause and then another 3 or 4 more cracks. And it was that cracks, that was the gunfire. Now, when you hear gunfire, gunfire never sounds like gunfire. It could be anything. It could have been firecrackers. And you don't know if you're at this sort of event. You don't expect this to happen. So I think a lot of us thought, is this a stunt? Is this a prank by someone? And it took a few seconds, really, of quietness, eerie quietness, really, for it to dawn on all of us that this was indeed high-velocity rounds winging through over thousands of people's heads and hitting people, almost hitting the former president, hitting people behind him. And that's really when the terror struck in. People shouted immediately, get down, get down. So we all jumped to the ground, got up on our knees 20, 30 seconds later. I think we all wanted to see what had happened to Donald Trump. Eventually he rose again, and I was looking for any signs of blood on his white shirt. There was none. And he gave that fisted salute you just saw there. So he was okay. But pandemonium then broke loose. The Secret Service tried to clear us out very quickly. There was a lot of shouting. A lot of women were in tears. A lot of men quite angry, getting very, very angry, blaming Joe Biden, blaming CNN, some really quite strong and, dare I say, preposterous things. But, they were furious, and they thought it was the other side that did it. And that events like this are going to make people angry, and hopefully it's just in the initial stages of the event they're saying things which I really hope they don't mean.